We just got out of Alien Romulus, and this is our CineFile out of theater reaction. Three, two, one.
For me, keep it easy, short and easy. It started off slow, kind of picked up. Eventually, I guess they had to kind of explain things to us because I already knew what was going on. But it started off slow, and then just to make it simple, the ending saved it. I wasn't saying it was bad, but it was just kind of like it wasn't as like I thought it was gonna be kind of crazier, a little bit more. It was still gory and stuff like that, but I just was expecting a little bit more. But it was still like good. The ending saved it because I mean, if you watch the past movies, then you know what was going on. But overall, like, I liked it. I just wish it was a little bit more like the deaths weren't that bad. Like, I guess.
Spoiler: previous Alien movies exist, and
Facts.
we're gonna go into it. Worked very well inside the franchise. It fit into the universe very cleanly, especially as a film that has a lot more technology available to it. It still felt like an Alien movie in comparison to some of the more, I don't want to say more recent because this is the most recent, but previous iterations. It had that really gritty, everything felt viable and real. Um, Practical effects helped it out a bunch. I really enjoyed it, not only just visually, but as a person who's seen a ton of Alien movies and kind of know the formula, it hit the beats I wanted to see, and yeah, had a good ride start to finish.
I enjoyed it. I've never seen any Alien movies before. I know that's blasphemous, but so for what I was watching, the ride it took me on, I enjoyed that. It did start off kind of slow, but I thought it did a good job of building like tension throughout, and I realized why I never really gave it a chance because it's kind of gross. It's kind of a gross movie, and I think I just never fucked with that. Like you know what I mean? So yeah.
I think the cinematography for me really saved it. I mean, the story and the layout of the movies are all very similar. They all do the same kind of. They all have the same formula. But for me, like the ode to and like the set design and the practical effects and all that for me was huge. That really made it feel like an Alien movie from when I was a kid. When I watched the originals, like all the analog technology and stuff like that. So the pacing was on point for the formula for me. And I honestly thought it was pretty toned down as far as like some of the graphic violence and gore and stuff like that, which is fine. That I don't think that hurt it at all for me, but I think it was good. But I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more or a different take on the twist of it at the end.
It was what I expected it to be. Um, I agree with what you're saying about the cinematography and the set pieces. Definitely gave it that old alien feel. Um, Nothing was new. Nothing was a surprise to me. It was what I expected story wise and killing wise. So no curveballs. Even the ending, a little bit of a curveball, but still kind of a throwback to one of the other movies. Prometheus. So I did enjoy it. Didn't knock me out the park. It delivered what I thought it would, and I had a good time watching.
Any specific points anybody want to talk about?
I want to just touch on how a couple people said it was like a slow beginning. I didn't necessarily think it was slow. I thought it was doing what it was supposed to be doing, setting up the story, setting up the set pieces and the mission, and just taking you on that ride, introducing you to people, letting you know, hey, this is what's about to go down. This is how we get to point C. You got to have a point A and a point B. But I didn't necessarily think it was slow. I just thought it was necessary.
I definitely get that. Yes, but I wasn't feeling the love.
You want aliens killing now.
Not necessarily killing, but it was just like I understood it was doing that, but it was slow to me. My feeling inside, I was like, okay, I'm ready for something to happen. You know what I mean?
And it's kind of the difference in comparison to a lot of regular sci-fi. Is a lot of sci-fi is about the set pieces, but you're getting these big visuals right off the bat, give you the awe, give you the shock. But this is fundamentally, it's the monsters in the basement kind of a movie. It's where if you're watching a horror film, that slow buildup for the first hour, first 47 minutes, you're kind of expecting. But you're like, oh, this shit's in space? No. I've seen Star Wars.
They
I've
want-
seen Star Trek. I came here to see some lasers and aliens and
Mhm.
shit.
And with the formula, they want you to care about the characters because that's what helps you build the tension.
Yeah.
And yeah, you give a shit when someone gets something busted out
Or
of their
you're like,
chest.
man, I really hope that guy gets fucked
Yeah.
up.
It's not an alien movie until someone gets kicked into space. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's the classic Sigourney Weaver solution to everything.
I was talking about this part they're building the characters and stuff. I didn't care about any of the characters except for the AI, the robot guy.
I think
So-
that actor killed it though.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah, he did a
great
range
job.
of switching characters
Yes.
partway through, I
Hell
think that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beast. What was I gonna say? So these AI robots are in like all the movies.
Correct. It's
Yeah,
usually at
it's-
least one per crew for cryo sleep. So
They
basically,
pilot the ship and
they handle the shit
goes, yeah.
while they're all asleep.
You gotta watch Prometheus and Covenant, bro.
You want me to-
An alien. An
Then
alien.
you'll get you'll know like you'll see everything that you've seen.
Even just like, don't they have YouTube videos of like the cliff notes that you can go through?
I just don't care that much.
It's a good movie though.
I just went on a good ride. I enjoyed
No,
it.
I'm saying it's a good movie though.
It
Just
is
like
cool to have
about
a
aliens.
take on somebody who doesn't have any like prior
Yeah.
experience with the franchise
It's
too.
like a story.
Yeah.
Shit. Creation.
Some stuff I just get left behind, and I'm all right with that. But where I started from, that was a good starting spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like if you're a new person to the Alien franchise,
Yeah.
easy place for you to jump in, and you're not going to feel lost
Yeah.
if you go back to the old films.
It is a fresh start, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to have seen any of the old ones to jump into this.
And if you watch the old ones, you'd be like, "Holy shit! This all okay, cool. This feels like the same universe."
mhm.
It didn't feel like it was too long either. That was the other thing. Is sometimes I feel like with the movie runtime on some of those, like I definitely didn't feel like the ride was too long. I wasn't eager to get up. Usually when we hit the ending point where I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm ready to get up. But then when something else continued to happen, I was like, oh, okay, here, still keep going. I didn't feel like I needed to get out of the theater now.
You wasn't on that ride, and it was like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get off.
I'm done now. Yeah, I want to go.
Exactly.